So I am delighted to introduce the first half of our Wonder Twin pair of poets. Suzannah hopes to become better at writing introductions. Rather than create one last night, she went to Henry Murray's and accidentally won a ticket to a Three Doors Down concert. Good for you. As Wikipedia explains, Three Doors Down is an American rock band from Escatawpa, Mississippi that formed in 1996. The band originally consisted of Brad Arnold, Todd Harrell, and Matt Roberts. Daniel Adair played drums on tour from 2002 to 2004. In 2004, Suzannah herself was in a band called Where's Your Chair? They could only play London Calling all the way through, but that didn't stop them from booking a gig at Mr. and Mrs. Hartwell's 50th birthday party. Their drummer quit 2 weeks before the show to pursue the 9th grade. But Where's Your Chair performed epically through 2 rounds of London Calling and an encore performance of London Calling. Suzannah Spaar.
Yeah, that's all true. So that's about like as funny as this is gonna get. I'm gonna start off with a super fresh poem. Might be familiar to Poets and Workshop who actually read the wiki posts, which I'm sure you all did. It's called Armand is the Grand Dame, the Grand Demon. He speaks in 5 parts. 1 is Mississippi. It's early for this. The 1/4 inch of flat lager left stewing in the bottle. It's become an ashtray. He doesn't finish the rest. 1 is your school skirt you bled through too soon and buried under needles near the rabbit cage out back. Didn't you know this would be hard? Didn't you know your house was 2 houses? Do you watch it? I placed 6 pennies on the track. I left with a raft. 4 is Mississippi. My brother's birthday is a cake of 12 layers and a dish of rabbit. Armand cooked all day and ate Ritz. His mother's vase by the river. The glass blooms. It's warm with storm water, fastened in silt. Your father detaches, carries home to his home. All right, next up is a poem I wrote when I was watching a little too much reality TV. Which, you know, if there is such a thing. It's called God at 11. The boy pulls a thread from the thigh of his polyester flood pants. He has a little dog. He feeds it every day, a bit of thread. I killed my bread starter. It looks alive, but I cannot get my dough to rise. I fed it every morning like your mother, who throws a cup of sand each day into the wind, trying to fill the holes in the ozone. Still, one afternoon, my dough felt my touch and shuddered. Oh no, not you. I am done with this shit. Are you dead? I asked. But no, just bored. On the TV in the next room, a woman states, I don't have time for this. I need to focus on my chili cook-off. She means business. What will happen when the boy spins every strand of his trousers into nothing? He's not worried. He doesn't need pants to go swimming. I'm not going to read that one. I'm going to keep this really short because we're all really just here for the free beer and Nina's cookies. So this is my last poem. It's a little long though, so. It's called Series of Rivers. When you fainted, Olma, I caught your breath, held it in a tiny jar once used for mustard, around the edge a tang of gold, sour musk of a lifetime smoker's condo, sheets left to sprout in the damp pit of a washing machine. Trace odor of sun shower is the first ingredient in my potion. Stir with a slotted spoon. Dried water is my last. I know, my dear, what you must be thinking. Witchcraft is for the birds. Don't fret, sweet Olma, there is no such thing as birds. Take me, for example. I too mortgaged my house with ghosts. The river Lethe is the river of oblivion. One sip of its water and you will forget even your name. It is the only way to be reincarnated. Is it guaranteed? It is guaranteed. It is not guaranteed. Pull the petticoats off the windflower. Once there was a woman whose eyes were black whirlpools. She would not have been ugly had she not been a female. We can't help this. As it was, she would blink 3 slow pulses, and her pupils would grow as large as a cave. And from this cave, monsters crawled out. They threw stones. They set everything on fire. Cherry, cornelian, acacia, fig, filbert, calmia, mulberry black, mulberry white, sorrelwood, southernwood, hornbeam, linden, flax, datura, cistus gum, wormwood, redbay, spindle, ulma. Trans. Durable and secret love, argue, reconcile, such treachery, I will not survive you, that's wise. Joyful banter ornaments conjugal love, I feel your kindness, your deceitful charms, I shall die tomorrow. In my absence, you are memory, Ulma, your image is engraved on my heart. As a goddess, Styx was in love with Phlegethon, but he is fire and she got too close. In death, she became a river and flowed through him at last. Styx, of hatred, all things have costs. I am no good. I stamp around the house at night and fill my cup with whiskey and bitters. I haven't washed my sheets in months. Once, I couldn't stand the weight of my dirty underpants, so I left a pair in Goa and in Mysore, 6 in Bombay, 1 in Hospit. I have so much to drink tonight that I am sending one to you. When we toast, make sure you look me in the eye. Still, better to face the monsters than go into the cave. No one who's entered has ever resurfaced, but anyone close could smell the dark pit and hear the pitch silence. When you said to make up your bed, did you mean for me to fill it with painted eggs? There's so much lost on me. Do I hollow out the yolks first? Can I sleep without slicing myself with pigments? I am made up of pigments. The same goes for Acheron and Cocytus. They too come together as water. See the crossroads of their names? Where the O's overlay and the movement is still. There is pain and there is wailing, but there is not one and then the other. Oblivion stands alone. Send me a little box. Fill it with warm leaves. Write me a note that says, "Child, forgive." What happened to the woman? To be honest, I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say she met a nice boy and closed her eyes. Alma, you were born with a heart for a hand. The nuns gathered around like a grove and told you, this is a gift. After all, it has a very pleasing sound. The next day they added a gift from the devil and wanted to burn you. You laughed. You were all water. You played them to sleep.